going on YouTube? Jay here from MJTech. Today coming with a very cool drone, and I gotta say that for the price is really amazing. This is called the DeeRC DE22 Pro. I know it doesn't have the Pro on here, but I was told by the manufacturer that this is the Pro model with a 4K camera, and it has a 2-axis gimbal as well. So of course, being a drone, it is recommended for ages 16 plus. Some of them say 14 plus. It is just recommended for someone who is responsible enough and that knows how to fly these things around. So this is considered a semi-professional drone since it has the 4K capabilities. It is a foldable drone. It has GPS, auto return home, waypoint flight. It has active tracking, hand gestures, and it has about a 25-minute flight time battery. But in my experience, I got about 20-22 approximately, which is not bad, and it comes with 2 batteries included inside of the box. So that's all we get here for these specs. And by the way, this is the recording quality, 3840 by 2160. It has a 5G Wi-Fi, again the GPS, and it has a flight range of about 1500 meters. Me personally, I didn't test this. I do apologize if you guys wanted to see it in this particular video, but if you comment down below, I can make a video dedicated on the flight range alone. So with this being said, let's go ahead and open the box. And for my surprise, since I already took it out of the box, it comes with a case. So far we are getting a 4K camera, a foldable drone with brushless motors. It has a case and it comes with 2 batteries. Right now they go for about $449, but there's a coupon available on Amazon and you can get it for $349 right now, guys. So here we have the case. It's a very nice nylon case and it feels nice and premium, and it is very well built all the way around, just like other drone cases that we have seen in the past. And I gotta say, guys, that these drones, I mean, it's no surprise that as technology gets a little older, they get cheaper, but this one, they kind of went a little bit above and beyond that. Well, for $349 you're getting such a great drone, and it has amazing stabilization. We're gonna see that later on with the recording of the camera. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this opened up, which is what you guys want to see. And if you want me to compare this to a famous drone, I would say that it is very similar in size to the Mavic Pros. Again, foldable, so of course they are somewhat mimicking. I mean, these are all based on the design of the Mavics, so we know that already. We got even here the stripes on one of the arms. We have the same stripes here on the other arm, so there we go. So the next item we have inside of this case is going to be the transmitter. The transmitter does look kind of unique. As you guys can tell right here, it has GPS mode, and all these things would just light up. They don't, this is not an actual display. It came with a protector, and I thought that after removing the protector it was going to be an actual display, but no, this is just going to light up. And as we can tell already from the transmitter, it does come with sport mode, normal mode, we even have camera mode, and then it gives you here the little indicators for when you're taking a picture or recording. The auto return home, you have the transmitter. I don't know what this does, but you have a little transmitter icon right here with the Wi-Fi icon, a battery level indicator, so on and so forth. You have a power button, a stop button. This is for when you activate the motors, and which I'm going to show you later. And then here we have a mode changing button, and it does work quite well. All you have to do is press it once and it'll go into sport mode, and then if you press it again it'll go into camera mode, and of course back to normal mode if you press it once more. We have a dedicated return to home button here, which is really important. And then on the top here of the transmitter we get a dedicated shutter button for photos, and then we get one for the recording. So I don't know if you guys can see that right there. We get one for photo, or excuse me, recording, and one for photo. And then this is to zoom in, and this is to move the camera up and down with the 2 antennas. And we do have a little breather here for cooling. And then we have the phone mount. In this particular case we're going to be using the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and of course we have the little arms here so we can grab the transmitter. And then we have a micro USB port here for charging. Yes, it does have a rechargeable battery inside, so you don't have to worry about getting those AA batteries. Now this is the secondary battery that I was mentioning before. It is right there. You can see this one is a 2500 milliamp battery, 11.1 volts, and it came with 2 of them. So very cool. It is a smart battery, of course. This is where you start the drone right here. If you press this button, you can see that it'll give you that indicator. And then here on the side we have the micro USB port for charging, so it doesn't require a special charger. You can use any 5-volt charger to get this thing all set up. The last thing we have in here is going to be the manuals, of course. So I read them. I would recommend that you guys read them because there's a lot of important information in here. And you know, even though this is another drone out there in the market, they're all somewhat different when it comes to calibration and, you know, operation and all the good stuff. The next thing we have here is the USB cable for charging, as I told you guys before. There we go. So the last thing we have on here, I believe these are the extra props in case we have an accident and we break one of them. It came already with the ones that you guys saw installed from factory, so it is ready to fly. But then it comes with some more and some spare screws like the ones you see here. And that's pretty much all we get here from the case. So now let's talk here a little bit more about this drone. Alrighty guys, so here we have the drone pretty much all set up and ready to go. I charged the battery. I made sure that everything was working before me starting this video. So anyways, to open the arms is actually quite easy. All we need to do is start with the front ones, and then you open them like so. So if you're holding the drone, just open the upper arms first, and then you go with the lower arms. Okay, and then on here you're gonna find, of course, the battery that comes already installed from factory. This is another 2500 milliamp battery, and it is 11.1 volts, just like the other one. So again, you get 2. We have the pins here for the connectors of the battery, and then on the front here we have a cover for the camera. This is a 4K camera, okay? And here it is funny because on the box it says 4K camera, and I tested the resolution and it is in fact a 4K recording camera. However, here it says Full HD Wi-Fi cam. So that was a little bit of a confusion right there, but then after carefully testing it, I noticed that it is in fact the 4K camera with a 2-axis gimbal. And on here we can see it says quadcopter. It doesn't say, you know, the actual brand of the device. So that was a little bit cheesy. It makes it look, you know, somewhat cheap when you see just the quadcopter written on there. But that's my only complaint, and that's only, you know, the paint, but the actual drone feels very nice. So here we have the brushless motors. Then we got the LED lights. I believe the front ones are blue and the back ones are red, if I'm not mistaken. Then here on the side we have the micro SD card slot, and towards the bottom here we can see we have some vents for cooling purposes, and that's pretty much all we get here. And towards the back side, more vents for cooling purposes, and that's pretty much it, guys. So again, a very cool little easy to fly drone. I would recommend this for any beginner out there that just wants to go with something that has stabilization and a very good camera but doesn't break the bank. This is it, $349. And I gotta say, I mean, sometimes, you know, when you go to these local retail stores, sometimes the battery alone can cost you that much, just an extra battery. And with this particular one, you're getting 2 batteries that do last about 22 minutes each. You get a case, you get a nice transmitter. It doesn't have that fancy, you know, LCD display, but that's why you have your smartphone. With the app, it does the job just fine. What we do next is just go here to your smartphone. In this case, I have iOS, but you can do this on Android as well. Just download the application called DE22, and to calibrate it, it's very simple. Just press on the power button here. It's gonna make that typical beep sound. Now go here to your transmitter and press the power key. And once it has bonded, you're gonna hear the transmitter beeping, and it says now GPS mode. From here, all we do is super simple. You have to calibrate the gyro. So to calibrate the gyro, all you do is move these 2 levers to the upper outer side like this, and you saw the lights were flashing quickly, and that's all you have to do. And for the compass, I would recommend that you go here into the application. So first you have to go, after downloading the application, you have to go into your settings, go into Wi-Fi, and on here you will find the network for the drone. So here it is, it's called DeeRC FPV, and it is an unsecure network, so you don't have to worry about entering any passwords. There we go, it is done. And now we go here into the application, we go into controls, and voila.
Compass is interfered, open propeller on mobile drone or calibration compass.
Okay, so basically what it's telling us here is that the compass is not calibrated. So this is the part that I wanted to show you guys on how to do.
Open propeller on mobile drone or calibration compass.
So all we do here is just move these two levers to the upper inner side, like so. And now from here, you're going to notice how your screen is going to tell you exactly what to do. You're going to move it counterclockwise to the left 3 times. And on the display here, it'll tell you when to move it. With the camera pointing up, you're going to also turn it now counterclockwise a couple of times. And then you're going to place it on a surface. And there we go. Now we have a calibration completed. So basically all it's waiting now is for the GPS signal, in which right now we are inside of a room. So this is not going to work, but now you know how this is calibrated. We are all set to go to the park. We're going to do some flight tests, and also we're going to check out the camera and speak a little bit here about the application. All right, so here we are taking off again with the DE22. Again, recording at 4K, 30 frames per second right now. And this time you guys can see everything here on my screen. And if you look here on the upper right hand side corner, we have the transmitter battery. On the very far right hand corner, we got the drone battery level. And everything is at 100%. On the middle between the battery levels, we got the signal for your GPS. So you want to make sure that you have a lot of bars. The more bars you have, the better it is for you. So once again, we have a pretty good reception here. Right now we have about 100 meters and the FPV still works. So it has a pretty strong FPV, but like I said, guys, I have to follow the rules of the park. I cannot fly too high. As a matter of fact, I think that not too long ago, they probably banned these things from the park. But before that, the rule was not to fly at a certain height. So I'm trying to keep it to what it is supposed to be. So now I'm gonna move the camera down a little, so that way you guys can see how it looks. It's not the smoothest, moving camera. It kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of rough. So you got to hold it, and then all of a sudden it goes down, kind of rough. But hey, for $350, I think this thing is quite amazing. Well, at least the promo right now that they have is for that amount. I think it's $100 off, but normally it's $449, and you can get it right now for just $349. And I gotta say, it comes with 2 batteries, as you guys saw before. It also comes with little luggage, so that's quite cool. For $349, if you get the DJI brand, it's going to cost you just the drone itself with a transmitter and 1 battery. We know that it's way more than that. It's at least, I think last time I checked, it's about, if you want to get the Mavic, it's about $1,100 or so. This is definitely giving you a lot of value. It is a foldable drone. The battery does last about 22 minutes each. So you get almost an hour of flying time. So now we're going to try here the return to home feature. I'm kind of close to the trees right here, so I'm going to try my best. Okay, so let's go ahead and press here the auto return to home. There we go. So it looks like it's gonna land at a good location. It doesn't seem like it's gonna hit the tree or anything, which is right behind me. And from other landings that I've done before with the auto return to home feature, it does a pretty good job. I didn't have any moments of being nervous. And it does have a landing range gap between 5 and 4 feet approximately. So right there you guys can see that it is about to land. This time you're taking off to do the follow me feature. For this, you have to make sure that you're using a good quality smartphone, I would say, and the range is between 15 feet to 95 feet. So right now I have it looking at me. If we put the camera down, you're gonna see myself right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is lower the camera again. Okay, and now if we click on the little square on the left side, the little right here, the little square, and then you click on follow me. Okay, so right now it's using my phone's GPS information. So if I move around, it should start following me. Let's see here. GPS signal too weak. Wait a minute. Okay, so it's saying that the GPS signal is too weak. There we go. And now it's pointing at me. So let's try the follow me. Let's see if it does it. And I think, there you go. I think I got it right this time. So yep, as I'm moving, it is following me right there. So we have the one that focuses on you based on your transmitter with the GPS also. So that's kind of cool. All I'm doing is just walking around, and as you guys can observe, it is working. So we're going to cancel this by clicking on it again. All the features on this particular drone are working great. But like I said, I do apologize that I'm currently limited to what I can do, but this is about as high as I can get. It's less than 100 meters. So right there. And now you can just start flying around. Beautiful scenery right here. And then of course you have the zooming option, but for some reason it doesn't work on recordings. Let's go ahead and stop right here. Check that out, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Great little drone. Right now I'm a little bit too far. So let's just move around here. That's the parking spot right there. Very cool. And it's not too loud. I've seen louder drones out there before. It's kind of quiet. And you know what? For our benefit, it's not too windy today. This park is usually quite breezy, but today is kind of quiet, and that helps quite dramatically here with the recording. Again, check out the battery. Now we're at about half. I've done maybe about 15 minutes of recording. Now, don't always rely on the battery indicator on your smartphone. These things sometimes, for some reason, they have a little bug, I would say, on the battery, to where you have 2 bars and then 30 seconds later it's telling you that you're in red. So you got to just keep an eye on that. Make sure you're not too far. Once reaching 50%, you want to keep it safe at all times. Okay, let's bring this down a little bit. Alrighty guys, so there we have it for the test flight of the DeeRC DE22. It is a very good drone, but of course it is not perfect. For $349, well, they cut corners a little bit on the transmitter. The display is not my favorite. It just lights up like I told you guys before. So this is a better example. And when you're viewing this or trying to view it under the sunlight, it's almost impossible. The only way that you can see this is if you have your smartphone on here and you have the application on, then yes, you can definitely view it, but not here from the transmitter itself. Second, the holder here is a little bit bulky for my likes, so you guys can definitely agree to that one right there. Luckily, they made a dedicated case for this particular drone, so there's not a problem, you know, getting this stored. But yes, I do like the fact that it does have a rechargeable battery. It makes it a lot easier, and for the most part it has decent range when it comes to the signal. But on a separate video, I'll do a better long distance flight, so that way we can test those 1500 meters that they're promising. But this has auto return to home, so if it loses connection, I'm pretty sure it'll come back to where it took off from. That's what I'm hoping. So when it comes here to the drone, I think that the camera quality is actually quite amazing considering the price of this drone at $349 right now with a coupon. And so my major complaint is that when the camera is tilting down, kind of goes slow, and then all of a sudden it goes really fast. So that kind of throws you off if you're trying to do, you know, a somewhat professional recording. But that's my major complaint about this, you know, 2-axis gimbal. But I think that other than that, it does the job quite well. And I do love the fact that this application gives you the option to record, and it uses your smartphone's microphone instead of having a built-in microphone on here like on other drones that I've seen in the past. This one actually uses the smartphone, so you're able to speak and, you know, do other things that can be more creative than just having the microphone built into the drone itself. So again, that was a very nice touch. And the second, all your videos are automatically stored on your smartphone. Of course, you have to get permissions, but yes, they can be stored directly on your smartphone, so you don't have to be transferring from your computer to the iPhone. And you know, that could be kind of annoying, but you also have the option for the SD card slot in case you want that better quality. You can download it into your computer. So again, very nice little drone for $349, but of course I want you guys to let me know what you think down below. Please subscribe for more, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate all the support that you give to the channel. Don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.